The 19th's Missing Climate Reporter, a strategic analysis, a critical void in investigative journalism's response to climate crisis. The sudden disappearance of a contracted climate reporter from the 19th, as indicated by the 404 error page and associated online activity, represents a concerning strategic lapse within the broader landscape of investigative journalism's response to the escalating climate crisis. This situation underscores a potential vulnerability in the dissemination of critical data and analysis surrounding environmental policy and corporate accountability, demanding immediate scrutiny and a reassessment of journalistic priorities within this increasingly urgent domain.
The lack of a dedicated reporter, coupled with the apparent abruptness of the departure, suggests a potential disruption in the 19th's commitment to in-depth climate coverage, a commitment vital for informed public discourse and effective policy intervention. This absence necessitates a proactive evaluation of the organization's resource allocation and strategic focus to mitigate potential long-term consequences for journalistic integrity and public understanding.
Shifting currents, the evolving landscape of climate reporting. The erosion of dedicated climate expertise threatens informed debate. Historically, journalistic coverage of climate change has been fragmented, often relegated to specialized sections or treated as a secondary beat within broader environmental reporting. However, the complexities inherent in the climate system, including the interplay of science, economics, politics, and social justice, require a level of specialized expertise that is frequently lacking within traditional newsrooms.
The current situation, characterized by the apparent withdrawal of a dedicated resource at the 19th, reflects a broader trend of diminishing investment in climate reporting across the media landscape, exacerbated by the increasing volume of misinformation and the declining capacity of news organizations to maintain sustained, high-quality coverage. The absence of a focused reporter risks a further decline in public awareness and understanding, hindering the ability of policymakers and the public to engage meaningfully with the challenges posed by climate change.
Furthermore, the lack of consistent, specialized reporting diminishes the capacity for effective fact-checking and critical analysis of climate-related claims, contributing to the propagation of unsubstantiated narratives.
Decoding the disappearance, a complex interplay of factors, strategic resource allocation, and the prioritization of investigative themes. The absence of a contracted climate reporter at the 19th likely results from a confluence of strategic decisions concerning resource allocation and the prioritization of investigative themes within the organization's broader mission. While the 19th has historically focused on political and social justice issues, the escalating urgency of the climate crisis necessitates a commensurate level of investment in investigative reporting dedicated to holding powerful actors accountable for their environmental impacts.
The decision to withdraw the contracted reporter may have been influenced by budgetary constraints, shifting editorial priorities, or a reassessment of the organization's capacity to effectively cover this complex and rapidly evolving field. However, the lack of transparency surrounding the departure creates a significant concern, potentially signaling a broader strategic retreat from climate coverage and a failure to recognize the critical importance of this issue in shaping the future of our planet.
The reliance on freelance contributors, while offering flexibility, often lacks the sustained commitment and deep expertise required for comprehensive investigative reporting, particularly in a domain demanding rapid adaptation to new scientific findings and evolving policy landscapes.
Navigating the aftermath, risk mitigation, and future strategic direction. A critical gap in investigative capacity demands immediate action. The disappearance of the 19th's climate reporter presents a significant strategic vulnerability, demanding immediate action to mitigate potential risks and ensure continued, robust coverage of the climate crisis. The organization must prioritize the recruitment of a dedicated climate journalist, ideally one with expertise in data analysis, investigative reporting, and the intersection of climate change with social and political issues.
Simultaneously, the 19th should establish clear editorial guidelines and a sustainable funding model to support long-term climate reporting initiatives. Furthermore, proactive engagement with existing climate scientists, activists, and affected communities is crucial to ensure access to accurate information and diverse perspectives.
Failure to address this strategic void will not only diminish the 19th's credibility as the reliable source of information on climate change, but also exacerbate the existing challenges in holding powerful actors accountable and fostering informed public debate, ultimately hindering efforts to transition to a sustainable future.